Today on the bench we're going to tie you up something a little different. We've tied a lot of leech patterns before on the bench, but nothing like this. This one is a big pattern. Sometimes those fish want big leeches, and this is a real good imitation of that. It's a green leech. Make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. For the hook we're going to use a size 10 swimming nymph hook, some 8/0 black thread to tie with, a 1/8 gold bead as the bead, some light olive sparkle dub with red copper wire for the tail and the body. First step to all our patterns is tying in that black thread, and again make sure you form a good base layer because we do want a good base layer of thread to lay our dubbing on after. The next step in the fly is important. We're going to create the body, and instead of actually creating a dubbing brush using my dubbing block, I'm going to show you how to do one right on the fly. So I've actually taken my red copper wire and threaded it through my bobbin. Now we're going to tie it onto the hook to form a good base layer, and then I'll proceed to show you how to do a doubling loop with this red wire. Now that I have the red wire tied in, we're going to form a dubbing loop with this red wire. So what we're going to do is take our red wire, pull it down about 6 inches to 7 inches, hook on a dubbing tool to hold the thread in position, take it up and wrap it around our hook to tie in this wire, this red wire, and then we'll actually snip it off. Then what we're going to do is take our sparkle dubbing, put it in between the two wires that we've formed, the loop essentially. Make sure we have lots of dubbing in the loop, and then we're going to take our dubbing tool and start spinning it to form a dubbing loop. And this is actually going to form a real nice dubbed body with a bit of a red rib on the body. Once the dubbing loop is created, we're going to take it and slowly wrap it forward to form the body. And wrap it all the way up. Again, this is a big pattern. We want this to be nice and thick and bushy, so I'm going to wrap it up all the way to the bead. The last steps to the fly are to whip finish it off, which I'm going to do right now, and then actually take your dubbing brush picker and really pick out the body heavily. You want this body to stay fairly thick, but you want to form a bit of a tail on the fly. So when you actually take your dubbing pick, really pull it hard, really pull that material out so you get a nice tail forming at the back of the fly. And trim off any excess that you think is too bushy. And there it is, the finished big green leech. You know, some days big fish want big flies, and that was the case today at Roche Lake. Every time we cast that fly out, it had to be big, it had to be green, and it had to be moving. To watch all our latest Sport Fishing on the Fly episodes and to order Sport Fishing on the Fly merchandise, head to www.sfotf.ca. And if you would like to book an adventure like this one shown, head to ontheflyadventures.ca and book yourself the trip of a lifetime.